Hello everyone, welcome back to channel. If you've ever found yourself overwhelmed by the chaos of life, whether it's a hectic day at work, stressful personal situations, or the constant bombardment of news and distractions, you know just how challenging it can be to stay calm. In today's video, we're going to explore how Stoic philosophy can help us maintain calmness, even in the most chaotic of circumstances. In our modern world, chaos often feels like the default setting. We live in a time of constant change, uncertainty, and distraction. The pressures of daily life, global issues, and personal struggles can easily leave us feeling out of control. But it doesn't have to be this way. Stoicism, an ancient philosophy that originated in Greece, offers a powerful framework for dealing with adversity, remaining calm in the face of chaos, and cultivating inner peace. So let's dive in and explore how you can apply Stoic principles to stay calm in the midst of chaos. The first and perhaps most fundamental Stoic principle when it comes to managing chaos is understanding what is within our control and what isn't. This distinction, often referred to as the dichotomy of control, is a cornerstone of Stoic thinking. The Stoics believed that while we cannot control the external world, the actions of others, global events, or even the weather, we have complete control over our reactions, thoughts, and attitudes. This means that in any chaotic situation, we always have the power to choose how we respond. Let's look at a practical example. Imagine you're facing a major crisis at work. Perhaps a project deadline is looming and everything seems to be falling apart. The external chaos is undeniable, but you cannot control how others behave or even whether the project will be finished on time. However, what you can control is how you respond to the situation. You can take a deep breath, assess the situation logically, and decide how best to proceed. You can remain focused, prioritize the most pressing tasks, and avoid getting overwhelmed by everything happening at once. You choose not to succumb to panic or frustration. Instead, you channel your energy into what you can control: your thoughts, actions, and responses. This is incredibly liberating because it places the responsibility for our emotional well-being squarely on our own shoulders. For example, if you're stuck in traffic and running late, you cannot control the traffic or the delay, but you can control your response to the situation. You can choose to react with frustration and anger, or you can accept the situation as it is and make the best of it. In every chaotic moment, you have the power to decide how you will react. Understanding this gives you the ability to stay calm, even when the external world feels like it's spiraling out of control. One of the most powerful Stoic practices for staying calm in chaos is to focus on the present moment. The Stoics often talked about the importance of living in the present and not worrying about the future or dwelling on the past. Seneca, one of the most famous Stoic philosophers, once said, "We suffer more often in imagination than in reality." Much of our anxiety in chaotic situations comes from imagining worst-case scenarios or ruminating on past mistakes. However, the Stoics teach us that the present moment is the only one we can truly control, and it's in this moment that we find peace. In practice, this might look like taking a moment during a stressful day to pause and breathe. Maybe you're feeling overwhelmed by the constant noise and activity around you. Instead of letting your mind race through all the tasks ahead, try to bring your focus back to what you're doing in the moment. Take a few deep breaths, pay attention to your surroundings, and become aware of your senses. If you're walking, notice the feeling of your feet touching the ground, or if you're working, focus on the task at hand and commit to it fully. The more you practice focusing on the present, the easier it becomes to stay calm, no matter how chaotic the world around you may be. This is where the Stoic practice of mindfulness comes into play. It's not about ignoring the chaos, but about choosing not to let it control your emotions. Another Stoic technique for staying calm in chaos is to practice negative visualization. Negative visualization is the practice of imagining worst-case scenarios in order to prepare for them mentally. The Stoics believed that by visualizing the worst possible outcome, we could reduce the fear and anxiety that comes with uncertainty. Instead of being caught off guard by something unexpected, we would already have a mental framework for how to deal with it. For example, if you're facing a stressful work deadline and feeling anxious, you could imagine the worst-case scenario, maybe missing the deadline or making a mistake in your work. While it might sound counterintuitive, this practice can actually help reduce anxiety because you've mentally prepared for the possibility. You may also realize that even if the worst happens, it's not the end of the world, and you will be able to cope with it. By accepting the worst, we free ourselves from the fear of it, and this makes it easier to stay calm when chaos strikes. Now let's talk about the Stoic practice of amor fati, or love of fate. This concept is about embracing whatever happens in life, whether it's good or bad, as part of your personal journey. The Stoics believed that everything that happens, even the most challenging and difficult experiences, is an opportunity for growth and learning. Marcus Aurelius, the Roman emperor and Stoic philosopher, wrote, "The impediment to action advances action. What stands in the way becomes the way." This mindset helps us shift our perception of obstacles and chaos. Rather than seeing difficulty as something to avoid, we can see it as something that enhances our development. For example, let's say you're facing a financial setback. Instead of panicking, the Stoic approach would be to embrace the situation and ask yourself how you can learn from it. Maybe it's an opportunity to reassess your spending habits, learn better budgeting skills, or develop greater patience in the face of uncertainty. Rather than resisting the challenge, you accept it, adapt to it, and see it as a stepping stone to personal growth. The Stoics also believed in the importance of self-discipline and maintaining a sense of purpose, even in times of chaos. He would write in his meditations, "The happiness of your life depends upon the quality of your thoughts." This serves as a reminder that, in times of chaos, it's essential to maintain a sense of clarity and focus on what is most important to us. When you face chaos in your life, take a moment to reflect on your personal values and what truly matters to you. What do you want to contribute to the world? What virtues do you want to embody? By focusing on these questions, you can create a sense of purpose that transcends the immediate chaos. This inner focus helps you stay grounded, no matter how turbulent the outside world may become. A key aspect of staying calm in chaos is managing our emotions. The Stoics believed that we should not be controlled by our emotions, but rather we should aim to cultivate emotional resilience. This doesn't mean suppressing emotions, but rather acknowledging them and choosing how we react to them. For instance, if you feel anger rising in the midst of a chaotic situation, the Stoic approach would be to observe that anger without allowing it to dictate your actions. You might ask yourself, why am I feeling this way? What is under my control in this situation? And how can I respond rationally? Emotional resilience comes from understanding that emotions are temporary and often arise from our perceptions of situations. By questioning our automatic reactions and choosing a more rational, measured response, we can reduce the intensity of our emotions and prevent them from taking over in chaotic moments. The Stoic practice of journaling can be incredibly helpful here. Writing down your thoughts and emotions helps you process them objectively and detach from the immediate emotional reaction. Another important Stoic principle for maintaining calm is practicing kindness and empathy, even in stressful or chaotic situations. When things are chaotic, it's easy to become self-centered and defensive. However, the Stoics remind us that the people around us are also dealing with their own challenges. By approaching others with empathy and kindness, we not only help them, but also create a calmer environment for ourselves. This in turn allows us to maintain a sense of peace amid the chaos. Ultimately, the Stoic approach to staying calm in chaos is about cultivating a mindset that accepts life's unpredictability while maintaining control over how we respond. It's about focusing on the present moment, recognizing that our reactions are within our control, and living with a sense of purpose and virtue, regardless of external circumstances. So the next time you find yourself overwhelmed by the chaos of life, remember these Stoic principles. Recognize what is within your control and what isn't. Focus on the present moment. Practice negative visualization and stay committed to your values and purpose. By doing so, you'll not only stay calm in the chaos, but also find inner peace and strength that will carry you through any storm. Thank you so much for watching. If you found value in this video, please like, share, and subscribe.